Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Tuesday, June the 17th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local share market is set to open slightly higher with ASX futures up around 5 points. Global equity markets have gained while oil prices have receded on reports that Iran is seeking a ceasefire with Israel. However, gains made by US stocks were tempered as Israel PM Benjamin Netanyahu indicated that attacks will continue. The Nasdaq notched its biggest daily gain in 3 weeks, with tech stocks leading the way. Among the Mag 7, Meta led the gains after finalising a $14.3 billion investment in Scale AI. Advanced Micro Devices surged after Piper Sandler raised its price target on the chipmaker. Defence stocks fell on the prospect of an end to the hostilities in the Middle East. And UPS and FedEx gained after the Trump organisation launched the self-branded mobile network, dubbed Trump Mobile, and named the companies as shipping partners. Shares of Sarepta Therapeutics plummeted, disclosing a second case of a patient dying due to acute liver failure after receiving its gene therapy. US Steel rose after President Trump approved Nippon Steel's close to $15 billion bid for the company, and the copper miners gained after Chinese data raised demand hopes there, with US listed shares of BHP and Rio moving higher. Well, Iran has called for the US to force a ceasefire, this as it continues to hit back at Israel, piercing Israeli air defences. Reports indicate that Iran has asked Oman, Qatar and Saudi Arabia to press US President Donald Trump to use his influence on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to push for an immediate ceasefire. In return, Iran would reportedly show flexibility in nuclear negotiations. Meanwhile, the group of 7 leaders have met in Canada, with President Trump saying removing Russia from the former group of 8 more than a decade ago was a mistake. Well, US Treasury yields rose ahead of US retail sales data and import prices, and tomorrow's Federal Reserve policy meeting due to take place. The US 2-year Treasury yield edged up to 3.97%, while the 10-year rose to 4.45%. And the dollar strengthened against safe haven yen and Swiss franc, but weakened against most major currencies. The Aussie dollar is at 65.2 US cents. And Bitcoin has recovered some of its recent losses to be trading at just under 109,000 US dollars. Oil prices have retreated on reports that Iran is seeking a ceasefire, easing fears of a disruption to crude supplies from the region. Should there be export disruptions, there is spare capacity of OPEC plus oil producers to pump more to offset production shortfalls, according to analysts. Brent crude futures around 1.5% lower at $73 a barrel. Copper has slipped iron ore little changed at $93 a tonne, and the gold price has fallen more than 1% as traders took profits after prices hit an 8-week high. Spot gold at $3,387 an ounce. There's no local data out today, but overseas, the Bank of Japan delivers its interest rate decision this morning with no change expected. And that is your day ahead. We'll see you again tomorrow.